So, hello everyone. Hi. Good evening to all. Thanks. Welcome everyone to. I'm audible, guys. Welcome everyone, and thanks for joining for the sessions. So I guess already like I have shared the details to everyone in the group, okay, regarding that session. So today, guys, we have Hitesh Sharma. So he's working in a GB, having more than like 6+ year experience in working the developers. As of now, he's working as a blockchain developer. He's holding like a lot of client in terms of like international, domestic, all how things can be done, and also like he has mentored a lot of student in terms of helping them to get out like what exactly they need in terms of like blockchain all. So currently like he's here work with a multiple stack. So currently he's working with the blockchain as a blockchain developer in GB. And yes, so overall agenda for the session is that like I think many people are aware about like what is Git and what is important of that and all, okay. So maybe like we don't have a complete enough information based like what is required. So like in today's sessions, okay, it will be a complete detail and briefing of the Git and GitHub, okay. It's like Hitesh will help you out with everything, how exactly it is important for the developer point of view and how you can use it in your professional career. And yes, guys, so chat is always open for you all. You can raise your hand, you can just drop things in your chat box if you required anything in terms of any question you have. So you can just write in the chat box. Also, like we are doing the recording for the session, so obviously like one session will get over, we'll share the recording as well. Anyone who is not able to understand or not able to do, you can just go with the recording part as well and let us know. So guys, make session more engaging, and this is important. Most important things, like you all guys are doing the same thing, like developer, like you are working as a software developer, you are someone is looking for that, okay. So this is quite important for everyone. So be attentive, understand, and ask as much as question you have, okay guys. So I guess I'm like everyone is okay with that, right? Okay, perfect. Okay, thanks Yogesh. Okay, yes, Rohan. Okay, okay, fine. Yes, thanks, right. Okay. Mhm. So yeah, Hitesh, welcome you once again. Okay, so you can start from here. Yeah, thank you.
So, hi everyone, and thank you, Shubham. Thank you, CodeKerdos, for having me here. Uh, I feel very good talking to you guys. So, I want everyone to be engaged. Okay, I will be asking questions, and I want you to answer me in the chat box and understand everything that you see here. Okay, we will provide you a short guide later after this session, probably in a few days, around the commands and the flow that you will see here. Okay, so if you guys are ready, let's start with it. Just type yes in the chat.
Yes, sure.
Great. Okay, so let's start with Git and GitHub for beginners. That's from zero to collaboration. Right. So let me talk a bit about myself. I am Hitesh Sharma. As Shiva mentioned, I work in Zeef as a lead blockchain engineer. I have been on-site to international trips with clients, and I've also had multiple sessions in colleges and hackathons and in corporate events as well. Right. So a part of my journey of coding, I'll tell you a bit about myself. So I started with Java, right? I learned a lot about it in college till Spring Boot. Later, I worked on JavaScript in my last year, where I worked with React, Angular, and Node.js. I also created some content for some courses at that time of period. Then later, I moved into a blockchain technology where uh, I had to first learn what actually is blockchain, and then later on building multiple dApp applications. And at the moment, I am here after almost, it's like right now, it's almost 6 years now. I just started in June back in 2019. And it's been 6 years. It's been an amazing journey where I've built apps, worked on full stack applications, created microservices, like 10, 15 microservices communicating with each other asynchronously, uh, till creating scripts and automated systems. So yeah, let's start with things, right? So directly coming to the point, let's not talk about Git, what GitHub is. Let's first talk about a few situations that someone can come into. Okay, so let's say so at the moment you are alone, you are working on a project. You would also have, or if you not have, you might have created certain projects, or might will in the course with CodeKerdos, you will create certain projects, right? What you are gonna do is let's say you have to create a web application, right? This application, you are the one who is going to entirely build, right? But that's not how things work in companies, right? You need multiple developers. There are multiple people working on the code base, doing different things. Everyone has a different level, right? And everyone handles it differently. So everyone also has their unique styles of writing code, of naming conventions, where we now have frameworks, right? And everyone needs to collaborate on the same project, right? So what happens in case you need multiple developers project, and you are going to have your own project in the 4th year? Oh, I think this messed up here. Right. I clicked on a wrong key. No problem. So yeah, in your 4th year, or maybe in a 3rd year, you're going to work on a project with your classmates. Now, how are you going to do it? Because that project is only going to lie in your own laptop, right? So first scenario is if you require multiple developers for a project. What if you need some code understanding? So when you go to a company, you will be working. So let's say you go to Facebook, right? You won't be creating the whole Facebook from scratch. You will be handed the code base, which already have all the code. But what do you need? What do you have to do with that? You will be told to do certain things. How are you going to do that? You will need help with code understanding, right? Or let's say in some advanced situation, now you have the code understanding and there is a bug that gets into production. What are you going to do? Are you going to solve it? Or are you going to deploy some other system in place of what is current running with that bug or with that issue? And that bug can be minor or major, right? What happens if your payment system is broken? People are buying or doing payments with 0 transaction fees, right? With no money in the wallet, they are doing transactions over Paytm. How would that look like? And let's say now you have to work on features. The Facebook is working on a feature integrated with AI and blockchain, right? That's a new feature altogether, and you are working on that. But now when you are working on a laptop with things, you would see that as you make changes, they are displayed and you can see them, right? But how you're going to build those things and pushing them in real time to see how they work, but still don't break anything on the current system that's working. Now, what's the answer for that? The answer for that, it's Git. Okay, you can build everything, you can build all the project but without collaboration, without Git, you won't be able to take it or make it big, right? So let's talk about Git. So what is Git? Okay, it's a distributed version control. Okay, so here are three words: distributed, version, and control. Okay, let's talk about what version control is. So let me just show you what version control is. Just give me a minute. This is doing this. Right. Yeah, it's visible now. Okay. So let's talk about what version control is. Okay, let's say here is my app. This is a Facebook. Okay, we have some version, and this is your laptop screen. What you are seeing here is the profile picture, your name, blah blah blah, notifications. That's it, right? Now let's call this versions. So this is version 1.0. Okay. Sorry for the handwriting. I don't have much practice with these things. Okay. I think this is still understood, right? So this is Facebook. You have this version 1.0. Okay. Now on the other side, now you would see Facebook, WhatsApp, they are all dropping new features, right? Let's say in Facebook, now you have options to post the same thing, post your same thing to Insta. Okay, so now you're going to post the same thing to Instagram, right? But Instagram does have this feature now, right? We will call this version 2.0. Okay, let's say there's a third version to it, which we don't see right now. Okay, in this version, we are going to have it integrated with AI. Right? So something which is related to AI, we are going to do here. This is you. This is a robot, right? And you both are chatting online on video or on text, right? Let's call this version 3.0. Now, when this version 3.0 is released, let's say there is an issue. There's a bug. This specific robot, it's not working fine. It's not able to communicate with you properly. You are talking in Hindi and it's talking in English, right? Now, अब इस केस में हमें क्या करना है? इस केस में what we want is कि यार इसके अंदर तो bug है. There's an issue. Okay, we don't want users कि वो इसको use करें. Now, अगर इसको use नहीं करना है, तो what's the second thing? We will have to go back to version 2.0. But now this thing is deployed. What are we going to do? We are going to, from this version, we are going to version 2.0. यानी कि हम जब V3 पे थे, तो V3 के बाद हम डायरेक्टली V2 पे चले गए. ओके, एंड इन प्रोडक्शन सीधा जो जो फेसबुक पे you will see version 2.0. एकदम से this robot won't appear anymore. Okay, now इस केस में क्या होगा कि you go back to version 2.0 and then maybe there's also another issue in this. You can go back to version 1.1, then there are version 1.5, version 2.3. So there are different versions, है ना? तो जैसे सॉफ्टवेयर के अपडेट्स आते हैं, there are different versions you would be seeing. So versions कैसे लिखे रहते हैं? I'll just give you a small example: x.y.z. Okay, so this represent a major upgrade. Okay, why? This represents a minor upgrade. Oh, right. Okay, and this Z, it's called a bug fix. All right. So going back to the slide. Share it again. Right. Going back to the slide, we have now these version controls. Okay, so Git helps you control these versions, and you can jump between these versions, version 1, 2, 3. You can go between any of these anytime. Okay, and you can work on all these three parallelly. तीनों पे साथ में काम भी हो जाएगा, and तीनों पे आप जब भी चाहो, you can make any of those versions live. Okay, and distributed. What do you mean by distributed? That anyone over the internet who has the access, जिसके पास इसका control है, जो इस code के अंदर changes कर सकता है, he can control these versions. Okay, I think it's understood on a upper level. When we get into coding, you will understand it better. Right? Great responses, guys. Nice. I want everyone to be active here. Right. Right. Second thing, Git is open source. हर किसी के लिए available है. It's not that you have to pay for it. So hands off to Git. There are lot more softwares which are open source. Right? Open source का benefit यही है. Anyone can use it. Anyone can modify it. And at the most, it's free. Right. And lastly, Git is not a programming language. Okay. So don't think कि ये C++ की तरह है, Java है, JavaScript की तरह है. नहीं. This is not a language. This is a tool. Okay. So remember it. Git is a tool which helps you with version controlling. Okay. You got it? I have this handsome guy. He says he got it. Do you guys get it? Nice. So let's move towards collaboration, right? It'll help you with collaboration. Git will help you with collaboration. You can create a group of your college friends. साथ में बैठो, code करो, same project पे, different features पे एक साथ, front end पे, back end पे, database में, together, work together, right? Then it also helps you to see the version history. Now, what's the version history? तो हमने version के बारे में बात करी 1, 2, 3. Now, अगर latest version आप आए हो किसी company में, you are going to see कि V3 पे V3 is live, but still, if you want to work on V2, you still can see it. You can go back. So Git helps you to work on different versions altogether. Okay, when you will see it, you will understand what I mean with this. Right. Lastly, you can track changes. Who did what change? कितना change हुआ है? Code में क्या-क्या लाइनों में change हुआ है? You can see everything at a single place. Okay. Even time क्या था? किस दिन हुआ था? Everything. Okay. Yeah. So moving on. So there are some code hosting platform also. आप code वगैरह कर लेते हो. Git को integrate भी कर लेते हो. But Git के साथ integrate करने के बाद you need some platform जहाँ पे आप एक code वगैरह push कर सको, collaborate कर सको, right? So what are these certain platforms? So first one, you have GitHub, Bitbucket, and GitLab. Okay. So today's session के लिए we are going to use GitHub. You also have Bitbucket, GitLab, which are Bitbucket is essentially it's owned by Atlassian, and GitLab is also a bit paid version. Okay, so GitHub is open source, most widely used. 80% of the projects are on GitHub. Open source are on GitHub. You would have heard कि जो GDG है, right? Your Google Code developers जो कि आपके hackathons वगैरह करवाते हैं, उनके जितने भी कोड्स जाते हैं, जो भी सेलेक्ट होते हैं, they are all on GitHub. Okay. तो GitHub के बारे में थोड़ा सा बात कर लेते हैं. What it is, how it works. Okay. So first, tell me, whoever knows it, if someone knows it, who owns GitHub at this moment? If anyone knows, I'll wait for 10 seconds. You guys can write down in the chat. I'm looking at it. No problem. So at the moment, it's owned by Microsoft. Okay. So Microsoft owns it. They handle it. जो भी इसमें updates करने हैं, fixes करने हैं, they do it. And it's completely open source. You don't pay for these services. Okay. And what does it do? It makes tools that use Git. Okay. So जो आपका code है, right? उस code के अंदर you are using Git. Okay. And GitHub is that tool which is going to provide you that platform जहाँ पे आप जो अपना Git है उससे integrated जो आपका project है आप वहाँ पे host कर सकते हैं. And it's the largest host of source code in the whole world. Okay. So यहीं पे आपके open source projects आते हैं ऐसे मैंने बताया. Right. Now let's talk about a few of the Git concepts. So maybe let's take a 10-second pause so that you can grasp everything that I have said until now. If you have any questions, I think I can answer a few of them. So you can write things down in the chat.
I guess we
Right.
have one question from Rahul Hitesh. He's mentioned GitLab is a bit different than Git and Bitter. I think internal functionality is same. Right. So you can check the chat box. He has mentioned that.
Right. Right, guys, you can just add these questions in the chat box. Right. So about GitLab is a bit different, you say, than Git and Bitbucket. So it's not, it's completely same. At Z, we are working with GitLab where like we host our own version of GitLab there. Okay. So it's same, it's not different at all. Okay. So as you say that internal functionality is same, the internal functionality is same. Of course, जो उसका UI है, it is going to be different because different company owns them, different companies handle them. Okay, let's move on if there are no more questions. No problem. Okay, now let's talk about some key Git concepts. Okay, so हम Git पे बात करते हैं, and after this, after 5-10 minutes, we will start working and see and code on the Git. Okay. So with a few Git concepts. So what is a repository? Okay. Repository, I think you all guys would have heard repository. You can call it a project as well. So it's a folder where Git tracks your projects and its history. Okay. So आप मान के चलो आपने एक प्रोजेक्ट क्रिएट किया, राइट? आपका वहाँ पे लेट्स से index.html आपने बनाई, एक index.css है, एक index.js. Okay, there are these 3 files, and maybe what I can do here is I think we can also write things down. Yeah. I think it's not visible. No problem. I think it's not. Is it visible to you guys? What I am drawing? Okay, great. Great. Nice. So let's say there's an HTML file, there is a CSS file, there is a JS file. Right. Now all of these files together, let's say this is your project. Right. So now this whole project, this is what is called a repository. Okay. And इसी repository के अंदर what we do is हम एक file एक और folder बनाते हैं which is called .git. Okay. And जिस भी project के अंदर .git folder present होता है, that is a Git project, and आप उसके ऊपर Git की commands use कर सकते हैं. Okay. So ये डालने के बाद आप इसके जितना भी आपकी हिस्ट्री है प्रोजेक्ट की वर्जन्स है वो आप सब कंट्रोल कर सकते हो, देख सकते हो. नाउ व्हाट अबाउट क्लोनिंग? ओके, clone, make a copy of a remote repository on your computer. So what that means is, let's say I have this clear all. Okay, about Git clone. So what it says is, let's say आप GitHub के बारे में मैंने आपको बता ही दिया, right? So उस पे let's say you have one project on, this is your project on GitHub. Okay. Now if I want कि मुझे इस प्रोजेक्ट पे काम करना है, ठीक है, ये किसी और ने होस्ट किया है, बट यू वांट कि यार मैं इस पे काम करना चाहता हूँ, व्हाट यू आर गोइंग टू डू इज यू आर गोइंग टू मेक अ clone for this on your local computer. Okay, what does stage means? I think let's forget about this, it will be a bit too much at the moment. Okay, but what it says is you can just whatever changes you have made into your code base, you can basically tell Git कि आपको उसके अंदर से selectively क्या क्या चीजें ऐड करनी है. So let's say अगर आपके पास 1 2 3 फाइल्स है, आप चाहते हो कि सिर्फ 2 और 3 फाइल्स आए, तो आप इन दोनों को स्टेज कर दोगे. Now after staging, जब आप इसको कमिट करने पे जाओगे, नेक्स्ट यहाँ पे if you will see ये है कमिट, राइट. नाउ अगर आप इस स्टेज को कमिट करने पे जाओगे, I'll do commit, तो यहाँ पे सिर्फ मेरी सेकेंड एंड थर्ड फाइल ही जाएगी, फर्स्ट फाइल नहीं जाएगी. ओके, देन यू हैव ब्रांच, यू हैव मर्ज, पुल एंड पुश. ओके, सो हम ब्रांच के बारे में बात कर लेते हैं. व्हाट इज ब्रांच? सो ब्रांच हेल्प्स यू टू वर्क in different features. Let's say you can work with different features at the same time. Okay, I will show you a full representation of ये ब्रांचिंग वगैरह कैसे काम कर सकती है, बट एट दिस टाइम जस्ट अंडरस्टैंड, आपको किसी फीचर पे काम करना है, आपको किसी बग आ गया किसी आपके प्रोडक्शन में, आपको उसको फिक्स करना है, तो आप इसको ब्रांच को यूज करो. ओके, एंड मर्ज किस लिए होता है? जब आप डिफरेंट ब्रांचेस को काम करते हो तो उसके ऊपर आप डायरेक्ट उनको मर्ज भी कर सकते हो. ओके, बिकॉज हमारे पास एक सिंगल ही प्लेस होता है जहाँ पे हमारा कोड, हमारा एप्लीकेशन के लिए पुश होता है. ओके, सो जो भी आप चेंजेस वगैरह करते हो वो डायरेक्टली उसी के ऊपर जाते हैं, उसी प्रोसेस को मर्जिंग कहते हैं. आई विल शो यू इन अ बिट. ओके, एंड व्हाट्स पुल एंड पुश? सो आफ्टर कमिट, if I want this to go back again to GitHub, what I'll do is I'll push it. Okay, and what's pull means कि अगर आपको कोई भी नए चेंजेस वगैरह लेके आने हैं रिमोट रेपोजिटरी से. सो रिमोट रेपोजिटरी का क्या मतलब है? कि जो GitHub पे प्रोजेक्ट है, दिस इज योर रिमोट रेपोजिटरी. ओके, सो रिमेंबर एंड अंडरस्टैंड दिस वर्ड रिमोट. ओके, हम यहाँ पे भी यूज करेंगे अपने Git के अंदर, बट डू रिमेंबर दिस व्हाट रिमोट्स मीन. रिमोट्स मीन जो भी चीज रिमोटली होस्टेड होती है. तो रिमोटली जो होस्टेड है यानी कि जो थर्ड पार्टी सर्वर्स के ऊपर है, ठीक है, आपके पास नहीं है, आउटसाइड आपसे कहीं पे है, जिसको हम इंग्लिश में क्या बोलेंगे, रिमोटली होस्टेड है. तो इसलिए इसको हम कहते हैं रिमोट रिपोजिटरी. जो आपके पास लोकल नहीं है, इट्स होस्टेड ऑन GitHub. ओके, नाउ आपको अगर पुल करना है तो हम जब क्लोन कर लेते हैं, क्लोन करने के बाद मान लो आपने ये सारी चीजें कमिट वगैरह करके पुश कर दी, ठीक है, देयर्स अनदर सेकंड क्लोन ऑफ इट. ठीक है, लेट्स से मैं इस पे काम कर रहा हूँ, अब आपने तो ये सारे चेंजेस यहाँ पे पुश कर दिए, मेरे पास तो है क्लोन. अब आप क्या करोगे? सब सिर्फ क्लोनिंग जो होती है, इट हैपेंस जस्ट वंस, जब आप एक कॉपी बनाते हो अपनी रिमोट रेपोजिटरी की तब. ओके, आफ्टर दैट अगर जो भी चेंजेस आपके GitHub पे हुए, जो भी चेंजेस GitHub पे किसी और ने करे आपके क्लोन करने के बाद, हाउ विल यू गेट दोस चेंजेस? यू विल गेट दोस चेंजेस by what we call as Git pull command. Okay, I think you guys understand this. Okay, मैं एक बार और ओवरव्यू दे देता हूँ. Okay, so GitHub पे जो हमारा प्रोजेक्ट होता है, that is called a repository. Okay, so this is a word, it's a standard word जो GitHub पे यूज होता है. Okay, so this is a GitHub for which your project is going to be called a repository. इस पे वर्क करने के लिए आप क्या करोगे? लेट्स से थर्ड पार्टी पहले से कोई प्रोजेक्ट बना है, यू आर गोइंग टू क्लोन इट. After clone it, you're going to create a new branch. Okay, on that branch you're going to do make some changes. फाइल 1 के अंदर कोई चेंजेस बनाए, फाइल 2 के अंदर करे, 3 के अंदर करे. बट व्हाट हैपेंड इज आप चाह रहे थे कि सेकंड और थर्ड फाइल चली जाए, फर्स्ट ना जाए, तो आपने इन दोनों को स्टेज के अंदर डाला सबसे पहले. स्टेज के बाद आपने उनको कमिट किया, कमिट के बाद आपने उनको वापस से पुश कर दिया. ठीक है, आई थिंक पुश पुल जो वर्ड्स है ये इंग्लिश के ही वर्ड्स है, इतने डिफिकल्ट नहीं है. यही सेम एग्जैक्ट वर्ड्स हमारे कमांड लाइन में भी यूज होता है. ओके, सो हमने पुश कर लिया. अब मैं एक प्रोजेक्ट पे काम कर रहा हूँ, ठीक है, इसका क्लोन है. अब ये सारे जितना भी आपने यहाँ पे पुश किया, इट्स ऑल पुश्ड ऑन गिटहब, बट दिस इज नॉट विद मी. मैं इसको कैसे लूंगा? आई विल पुल इट फ्रॉम दिस रेपोजिटरी. ओके, अंडरस्टूड? Yes, guys. Great. Rahul says yes. I see one thumbs up. I see a bunch more. Great, guys. So let's move forward. Okay. I'll just show you a few more commands. Okay. ये सब understand कर लिया terms, but इनसे related what are the commands that you'll see? Okay. So first command is git init. So what does git init will do? Git init will help you create a Git repository in your local system. What it means is, अभी तक हमने क्लोन वगैरह की बात करी. ओके, हमने कहा हम एक गिट का प्रोजेक्ट है, हम उसको क्लोन वगैरह कर सकते हैं. बट व्हाट हैपेंस अगर आपको इनिशियली खुद से आपने लेट्स से आप अभी किन्हीं प्रोजेक्ट्स पे काम कर रहे हैं, लेट्स से आप अभी जावास्क्रिप्ट पे, देयर आर सम स्टूडेंट्स जो जावास्क्रिप्ट पे काम कर रहे होंगे, कोई स्टूडेंट ऐसे होंगे जो कि नोड.जेएस पे काम कर रहे हैं एट द मोमेंट, है ना. आपके पास खुद के प्रोजेक्ट है बट यू हैव नॉट यूज्ड गिट एट द मोमेंट. ठीक है, अब मैं डायरेक्टली गिटहब के रेपो तो नहीं बना सकता हूँ, राइट, कि वहां पे मेरा सारा कोड पहले से ही, मुझे वो सारा कोड वहां पे पुश करना पड़ेगा. ओके, सो अगर आपके पास कोई इनिशियल प्रोजेक्ट है जिसको आप चाहते हो कि आप पुश करो गिटहब के ऊपर, व्हाट यू कैन डू इज यू कैन यूज दिस कमांड व्हिच इज कॉल्ड गिट इनिट. इनिट का मतलब है, ये शॉर्ट फॉर्म है इनिशियलाइज की. ओके, आप गिट इनिट करोगे तो आपके अंदर क्या होगा, प्रोजेक्ट के अंदर जो मैंने बताया एक डॉट गिट का फोल्डर बन जाएगा जिसके अंदर उसकी कुछ डिटेल्स होंगी, और उसके बाद आप डायरेक्टली इसको जाके एक गिटहब की रेपो के साथ लिंक कर सकते हैं. ठीक है, वो मैं शो करूंगा कैसे वो लिंक होती है एंड आप उसको कैसे यूज कर सकते हैं. ओके, गिट क्लोन हमने पढ़ा, हमें क्लोन करनी है कोई भी रेपो, मैं खाली लिखूंगा गिट क्लोन और उस रेपोजिटरी का लिंक. ठीक है, अभी सिर्फ इसको ध्यान से पढ़ो, देखो कि जितने भी डिटेल्स मैं बता रहा हूँ इनको एज अ शॉर्ट गाइड वी विल प्रोवाइड इट टू यू. ओके, शुभम विल हेल्प यू विद दैट. ओके, सो जस्ट वेट, आई विल प्रिपेयर थिंग्स फॉर यू गाइस सो दैट आप इस सेशन के बाद भी उनको यूज कर सको, यूटिलाइज कर सको. ठीक है, मैं वो एक छोटा सा गाइड वगैरह आपके लिए भेज दूंगा एंड शुभम जैसे ही शुभम को मिलेगा ही विल सर्कुलेट इट इन द ग्रुप्स. ओके, नेक्स्ट टॉक अबाउट गिट पुल. सो गिट पुल हमने बताया ही कि हमें रैप क्लोन करने के बाद अगर हमें रेपोजिटरी से कुछ भी नए चेंजेस लेके आने हैं हम गिट पुल करेंगे. ओके, और ये हो गई हमारी, हमने गिट क्लोन किया तो हमारे पास है कि यहाँ पे एक मान लीजिए रेपो बन गया. दिस इज आवर रेपो. ओके, नाउ मैं इसके अंदर कुछ भी चेंजेस वगैरह करता हूँ, राइट, मैंने चेंजेस वगैरह करे. अब मैंने चेंजेस करने का मुझे स्टेजिंग हमने देखा था, स्टेज करना है. स्टेजिंग कैसे करना है यहाँ पे थोड़ा सा डिफरेंट है. हम स्टेज करने के लिए क्या करेंगे, गिट ऐड, पूरे देख रहे हो डॉट इसके बाद में, maybe I'll just undo it. Okay. Otherwise थोड़ा सा दिखेगा नहीं. Okay, so now you will see there's a git add dot. Now what does it mean? Git add means आप इसको जितने भी फाइल्स है उनको स्टेज कर रहे हो, है ना, या फिर आप स्टेज वर्ड भूलो भी मत क्योंकि इंडस्ट्री के अंदर इट इज नॉट यूज्ड एज मच. ओके, ठीक है, एंड गिट स्टेज करके एक और अलग से कमांड होती है. ठीक है, तो ऑल्दो स्टेजिंग का जो मतलब है वो इसी चीज से है कि आपको जो भी चीजें कमिट करनी है आप उसको स्टेज करो और फिर कमिट करो, ताकि जो आपको सिर्फ चेंजेस चाहिए सिर्फ वही जाए, बाकी नहीं जाए. बट गिट स्टेज करके भी एक डिफरेंट कमांड है. आई विल से यू राइट इट डाउन गिट स्टेज एंड go and search and work on it. Afterwards, you understand everything here, which is taught in this session. उसके बाद जाके this is going to be an extra homework that you guys can do, learn about git stash. Okay, but उसकी कोई भी need you won't have it. मैं बता रहा हूँ, जब तक आप अगर आप साथ में भी काम करते हो ना, until unless you work on some big projects जहाँ पे आपको बहुत जल्दी जल्दी कुछ चीजें प्रोवाइड करनी है, until that point of time you don't need git stash. मैंने भी आके वो अपनी प्रोफेशनल लाइफ में यूज किया था, वहीं पे सीखा था. ठीक है, सो एट दिस टाइम जस्ट फोकस ऑन दीस थिंग्स. ठीक है, तो हम क्या करेंगे, हम गिट करेंगे, ऐड करेंगे और एक डॉट लगाएंगे. डॉट का मतलब क्या है? डॉट का मतलब ये है कि मेरी रेपोजिटरी के अंदर जितनी भी चीजें हैं ना, जितने भी मैंने चेंजेस करे वो सब ऐड हो जाए. ठीक है, अगर मैं नहीं चाहता कि मेरे सारे प्रोजेक्ट सारी चीजें ऐड हो, तो मैं क्या करूंगा, गिट ऐड, और उसके बाद मैं वन बाय वन उन फाइलों के नाम दूंगा जिनको मुझे ऐड करना है. ओके, सो लेट्स से मैंने बताया था 3 फाइलें, index.js, index.html, index.css. मुझे JS ऐड नहीं करनी है, आई एम नॉट, मेरा JS पे भी काम चल रहा है, मुझे HTML CSS मेरा बन गया बट JS नहीं बनना है. तो मैं क्या करूंगा, git add index.html, so git space add space index.html space index.css. ठीक है, उसके बाद मैं क्या करूंगा, git commit -m and then we'll say a first commit. ये कमिट का टाइटल है. ओके, सो कभी भी आप कभी हिस्ट्री में चेक करोगे ना कि भाई कितने कमिट्स हुए थे आपके रेपोजिटरी के अंदर, किन किन लोगों ने आप कोड पुश किया. ठीक है, तो वहां पे जो कमेंट्स है, ये कमेंट्स है ना, ये आपको दिखेंगे. दिस इज व्हाट विल बी विजिबल टू यू. ओके, जस्ट गिव मी अ मिनट गाइस. All right. So git commit -m first commit. So -m का मतलब क्या होता है, मैं एक कमेंट देना चाह रहा हूँ यहाँ पे. Yeah, and this comment it's necessary, आपको देना ही पड़ेगा. Okay, so मैंने कहा git, I'm on the wrong side. I'll say git commit -m first commit. First commit में मैं कुछ भी चेंज कर सकता हूँ. First commit की जगह मैंने index.html, index.css पुश किया. So what I will say here is that git commit -m and then curly braces,
inside double quotes.
Right. So in there, what you are going to do is git commit -m and then let's say
The message,
update,
commit message.
right? What's the commit message? My commit message is create UI. Okay, or UI or the first UI draft. Okay, so now I committed it. After commit, what happens is जो मेरी local git project है, वहाँ पे I can now see कि मेरा एक commit हो गया है. There are no more changes that are visible to me, but still all of this code is in my local system only. Okay, this is not yet pushed to your repository which is on GitHub. Okay, उसको push करने के लिए what I'll do is I'll just say git push. Okay, इसके आगे और थोड़ा सा command होता है which we will discuss later on, but just remember this git push. Okay, in real time what I'll do is git push origin and then branch का name.
Exactly.
Okay, yeah.
May I add something in this thing if you want?
Yeah, Rahul, go ahead.
So the git add dot is a part of GitHub, right? So
Yes.
in Bitbucket, I generally used git add asterisk.
Right.
Okay, and in Git on Borg, I'm just adding so that everybody can understand what exactly the thing says. In Git on Borg, what happens is git commit -m, the message. You can give it in GitHub and as well as in Bitbucket as well. But in Git on Borg, you need to specify git commit and enter such that a terminal will pop up. I mean, their page opens up where you need to specify the message, and the next line you need to specify the name of the ticket, the bug ID. You need to specify it and then save it. Then in the Git on Borg, it goes something like that. It's different than the GitHub, and the git push is same for everything. but the git push for the Gutenberg is a little bit different.
Right. So you are right about that. But in this session, you see that everyone does not understand Git. That's what I know. Okay, so we are just taking this session in a way that everyone is that these commands are usable with GitHub.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Okay.
there are different things which you work with things professionally. There are going to be different companies who use different hosting platforms. Okay, so learning these commands and all, it's not that big of a thing.
Yeah, I understood.
Right. Right. So yeah. So with git push, what I'm going to do is I'm going to push everything to this repository. Right. Now git checkout, we have git branch, and then we have also have git merge. Okay. So this is a bit advanced concept. Okay. I'll show you it in the when we will be doing the coding. I'll show what git merge means there. But now understand what's git checkout and git branches. Okay. So git branch, I think by branch you would understand that it means that हमने अभी तक जो भी different branches की बात करी थी, which are your feature branch, bug branches. These are what branches are. If I write git branch -a, okay, if I add -a, whatever branches, 10 branches, 100 branches, जितनी भी branches इस repo में होगी, all of those will be listed down. Okay. And if you just write git branch, your current branch will be shown to you. Okay. What git checkout means. Okay. So I'll just clear everything here. Okay. So for git checkout, so there are different things with git checkout. Okay. If let's say there's a whole new project that I've created, there are no branch on it except master. Okay. So we will talk about what this branch is, master. Why do I call it master branch? We will talk about it later. Okay. So हमारे पास एक master branch है. And what I want to do is I want to create a certain feature. Let's say just call it update UI, okay, or new UI. New UI. Okay, this is my branch name. Okay, how I'm going to do that is I will say git checkout -b and then new UI. Okay, so why I did git checkout -b. By -b, it means that I want to create a new branch. Okay, and if I remove this -b, what will happen is I will check out to this branch. Okay. So मैंने -b लगाया, यानी कि एक नई branch create होगी, which name is new UI. If it is already created, if it's already in the repository, it won't be created. Okay, you will see another. Okay. But if let's say new UI किसी और ने create करके पहले से रखी हुई है, I want to check out to that branch. How I am going to do that? I am going to just write git checkout new UI. Okay. To create a new branch, you will have to write -b. Okay. And all of these concepts. So this recording will also be provided to you guys, so you can go and look at it. But if you have anything, any questions on this, go and search the web. Okay, the first thing, the easiest way, or I'll say the initial way to look at things is going through the documentation. Okay, at this stage, I will recommend, highly recommend that understand things through documentation. And why am I saying that? Because at some point of time, you are going to deal with things which are released, just released. उनकी कोई भी information internet पे you won't find it. You won't find good documentation. You won't find things. So you will have to go to their specific documentation and see things. आपको directly search करने पे नहीं मिलेगा. Okay, and this is what I have faced with blockchain myself. For a whole lot of years, there was no information. Most of the information was incorrect. I have to go to their main documentation. That's a whole lot of bunch of documentation. And that still that documentation have errors. And what I have to do is look into their own code base, which are of thousands and thousands of lines. Right. So always try that you go from the beginning, look into the documentation. But of course, if you forget something, if you have already looked into the documentation, go and search it on Google. Okay. We all know there is chat GPT to teach us things and all, but don't go there at this stage. Okay. It will help you with things, but only the ones which are there. Okay. Let's move on. Okay. Now let's create a Git repository. But before moving to that, let's do one more thing. I'll just explain to you on board what branching is, how it is created, and how things really work in industry. Okay. All right. Right, I have my pen. Okay, so let's say I have this branch which is called master. Okay, or it can also be called a main branch. Okay, so whenever you go to a repository, most of in the open source, you will see the main branch as master or main. Okay, this is a standard naming convention that everybody uses, but of course it's not mandatory. You can use any branch, but it's just a standard across industry that you use these names. Okay, या तो master या फिर main. Okay, let's say now you are doing multiple changes. You do one commit here, another commit here, another commit here, and let's say you are just working on this thing. Okay, you are just pushing changes, doing your modifications. Now at some point of time, your friend comes in. Okay, let's say आपने just एक second code push किया. Now he comes in. What he will do is he'll create a branch. Okay, he calls it. So he says कि यार मैं एक ना UI अपडेट कर देता हूँ. Okay, तो उसने क्या किया? अब वो यहाँ commit कर रहा है. Okay, at one point of time, what he'll going to do is he'll push this commit on your main branch. Okay, not push. What it'll do is it will merge. Okay, we already talked about we haven't talked about what merge is. Okay, so what it is going to do, it is going to merge things in your main branch. Okay, so that's what merging do. जब भी आप नई branch में काम करते हो, you are going to just merge it to your own. Okay, similarly, there can be a third person जिसने यहाँ पे काम किया, and where did he push it? He pushed it in this place. Okay, now let's say this point of time where you release a code, there is a bug. What happens? You create new branch, call it a bug fix one, let's say one or whatever name, and then you push it. Okay, then you push it in the next command. Okay, so ये मेरी main branch है. Okay, I'll call it as one. ये मेरी second branch है, and ये मेरी third branch है. Now, if you will see कि यहाँ पे you are working, this is your second friend who is working on a different one. There is this third friend who is working on another branch. Okay, so इस तरीके से you can merge on all of these branches, on all these three branches at the same time. Okay, now let's jump into a code directly. I'll just initialize a few things. Okay, seconds. Share it with you guys. Else window, share it with you. Okay, instead of a window, what I'll do is Okay. Now, I think everybody can see my VS Code, right? I think every one of you have used it, right? Let's start with it. Okay. So what I'm going to do is here is, let's say I'm going to create folder. This is my first project. Okay. And here I'm going to create a new file which is called index.html. Okay. Now index.html, let's create. Why is it not happening? Okay, so what I'll do here is I'll just quickly grab something from the internet. Okay.
You can simply write the exclamation sign. The normal HTML page will automatically come, right?
Yes, that's what I'm
I mean, the
trying to do.
boilerplate will come automatically.
That's what I'm. Okay, now it is come. Great. Abhi I was trying to do it, it was not coming. But yeah. For some reason, it was not coming. Okay, let's do this. Okay. Okay, now let's say I'll update the title, just get project. In here, I will write a, let's have a p tag. Let's say this is my first Git project, and I am excited to learn more about it. Okay, I'll add another p tag which says branch. Let's say master. Okay, because that's what we call.
You can also add lorem if you want to.
Sorry.
I was saying you can also add lorem if you want to. Lorem ipsum.
Okay. No issues. We're just to trying to create something real. Okay. So let's not just have a lorem ipsum text here. So in the style, let's say I'll at the moment I'll just color it. Let's say blue. Okay. Now maybe let's see it. Okay. How does it look like? Is it visible to you guys? I'm not sure here. Okay. I think it's not visible, right? Just trying to do it. I'll do it like this. Yeah, now it's visible, right? I say I'm in a March brancher. Let's update it a little more. It's not visible to us, so I'll just say font size. I just say 44 pixels. Okay. Go here. I'll do it. Yeah, it's visible now. Okay. Now this is my code. Okay. Now at this moment of time, it does not have Git. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do CD. Okay. So there might be some people who might not know what CD, LS, and these things mean. So what CD means is CD means I'm going to change my directory. So it's a short form for changing directory. So I'm using Linux. Okay. And You can use Windows, Mac, or Linux for any environment, and Git will work the same in every operating system. Okay. So here I'm going to do CD my Git my first project. CD here means change directory. Okay. So what happens is just मैं next एक directory के अंदर चला गया. Okay. And if I write CD dot dot, I will come out of this repository. Okay. So out of this folder. Okay. Now I will write ls. Okay. ls means I am listing the space. Okay. My file system जो भी इस code repository के अंदर है मैं उसको list down कर रहा हूँ. Okay. So this is my first project. I want to go into this project. So I'll write it CD change directory to my first project and enter. Okay. Now I'm here. I will write ls to see what is inside this directory. I'll see index.html here. Right. Now this has happened. Now I already have Git in my system. If you do want to install Git, you can just go to Google, see install Git in Linux. You have Windows, you can see Windows में कैसे करना है. You have Mac, you can see how you can install in Mac. Okay.
You can simply execute the sudo apt get install Git, right?
Sorry.
I was saying that you can simply execute that sudo apt get. You can simply execute that sudo apt get install.
Right. So what I can just do is that it says git core, but it's not required. I can just go sudo apt-get. So just Rahul says I can just write this and I can install Git. Okay. So in my system, it's already installed. Okay. But Rahul, what I was doing is showing students how they can do it on their own if they are on a different operating system. Right. It's just an answer confidence. So yeah, just go search on the web, do it. Okay, now that's installed. What I'm gonna do it, I'll just clear everything here. Clear means just साफ कर दिया बिल्कुल मैंने screen. Now I'll say git init. Okay. So it says, let's see. Okay, let's read it. Okay, using master as a name for the initial branch, this default branch name is subject to change. Okay, so you can just read through these this thing and do things. Okay, just take a read. Whenever you do git init, you can take a read, but we'll move on. We don't have that much time. Okay, so now this git repository is initialized. Okay, if I'll say ls-a means also show me hidden files. Okay, because .git is a hidden file. You won't be seeing in here in the VS Code left side. You won't see it. Okay, so हमने देखा कि यहाँ पे अब हमारे पास एक फाइल बन गया which is .git. If I show you .git, इसके अंदर काफी सारी information आई. Okay, so this is the place where Git stores all the history. Okay, and the versions for your project. Okay. Now I have done git add. You will also see कि यहाँ पे this has changed. It has changed to you. If I maybe make it a bigger for you guys so that it's clearly visible. Okay, so you can say you. Okay, it says untracked. Okay. Now there is one command. If I write git status. Okay, so status English. Everyone knows what status would mean in English, right? Status means भाई आपका अभी stand क्या है? What's your position? If I write git status, it will show me. Okay, what show me? There you are on branch master. There are no commits yet. You have not done any commit, and there are untracked files which are index.html. Okay, nothing added to commit, but untracked files present. Use git add to track. I also see here use git add file name, include in what will be committed. So let's do it. I'll just quickly write git add index.html, or I can also write git add dot. Okay. If I say git add dot, तब भी index.html add हो जाएगा. Okay. So let's do it. Now again I will say git status. Now अब मैंने add करने के बाद भी मैं status देख सकता हूँ. So you can just write git status all the time. Okay. whenever you are committing, whenever you are pushing, always check the status of that branch. आप क्या commit कर रहे हो, आप क्या push करने जा रहे हो ना, हमेशा वो status के अंदर जाके check करो. I always, even at this moment of time, I always make sure and I double check it using Git status whatever I'm committing. Okay, and at every stage, I do Git add, I see what's the status, what all I have added. I do Git commit, I see what I have committed, and then I do the push. Okay. So इसके अंदर से सब कुछ commit हो गया है. It says new file index.html. यहाँ पे हमारा change हो गया है logo from index added. Okay, it was untracked before, now it has been added. Okay, now it has been added. Now let's do git commit. Okay, what I have shown you is git commit -m blah blah blah. You can just write first commit here. Okay, there's another option. I can just do git commit. Okay, okay, so -m is short form to provide the message. If I don't provide the message here, I do git commit, I will be redirected to a new screen जहाँ पे I'll have to provide this message. Okay, now मैं यहाँ पे क्या करूँगा, my okay, I think for some reason it's not visible. I'll say my first commit. So whatever you see commented here, so these hashtags, these means जितना भी यहाँ पे लिखा हुआ है, whatever text is here, it will not be in your commit message. तो जो भी मैं commit कर रहा हूँ, ये मेरा commit message है. कि मैं यहाँ पे लिखूँगा my first commit message. And what I'll do is, so this is Linux. In Linux, if you are using Windows, it will be much simpler for you. So Windows में जैसे भी दिखाते हैं कि आपको कैसे save करना है, you do it. Okay. Otherwise, the most easiest of them is you just write -m. Don't go into that. वहाँ पे confusion होती है, तो just write -m for the commit and just write your messages. Okay. Now again, let's see the Git status. What's my status? It says on branch master, nothing to commit, working tree clean. Okay. Now, अब मैंने तो commit वगैरह कर दिया था, right? I'm not able to see it. अभी तो यहाँ पे क्या बता रहा है? There is nothing to commit, right? क्यों? क्योंकि मैंने commit कर दिया. I've already committed it. Okay. Now I've checked the status. Now I want to see log of what I have done. Okay. There's another command which is git log. Okay, and what does it show you? It shows you the full history of the commits that has been done on this branch. Okay, if you move to another branch, मैं एक branch B में चला गया, तो मुझे git log से उसकी history दिखेगी. Okay, मैं master branch पे हूँ, तो मुझे master branch की history दिख रही है. Okay, it shows everything here. What's the commit, who is the author, what's the date, and what's the name of this message. Okay, great. I think this is clear. Anna, once you will start doing Git, using it in your project, you know, in just 3-4 days, you will be accustomed to it. In 7 days, you will remember each and every command. That's how easy it is. Okay. Now, let's move on. Okay. Now let's say I want to create a branch. Okay, I want to work on a different branch. What I'll do, I'll say, so before moving on to it, let's say check out all the branches. If I say git branch, I'm on master branch. If I say -a, it still shows master because I only have one branch at the moment. Okay, now I'll do git checkout. Okay, let's say I'll call it my first branch. I do enter. It gave me an error. Why did it give me an error? Because it did not match any files known to Git. Okay, the branch is still a file to the Git. Okay, so it does not find any branch with this name. That's why my checkout to that file or to that branch failed. What I'm going to do is
actually it is trying to search the remote Git to search that particular branch exists or not. So it was not existing, because of which you got that error, right?
So, Rahul, the remote is actually used when you're communicating with your GitHub repository. In our case, repository, any GitHub repository or a GitLab repository. Okay. So that's when you use remote commands. We are at this moment only, even if your this branch, let's say there is a repository on GitHub, which has this branch, first branch, but this is not yet present in your local because you did not pull all the latest code or even this branch from there. If you would still do checkout, it is not going to check your remote. It is always going to check your local system. So Git always works with your local system. Whatever is present, whatever branches, whatever information it will have, it will only deal with that, not with whatever is done to the remote.
Okay, I have some conflicting thoughts because of which I told that. That's fine.
So you can just try it out. Yeah, you can just try it out.
Actually, I have worked on that. I have worked on multiple repositories. Like, suppose you want to check out to another repository which is already there on the remote. So you can use git checkout and the name of that particular branch. It will automatically check out to that branch from that remote repo itself. So if you trying to push anything, it will go to that same particular branch itself, right?
See, Git, you know that whatever you do using it, it will be done in a local, right? You will do commit, you will do changes. It will be only be present in a local repository, in your local system only. It will not be pushed to the remote repository, right?
I know that until and unless we execute the git commands to push the changes to the remote repository, it won't be there. I completely agree with you.
Right.
I was
And
saying
when
that suppose I have a remote branch other than master. Suppose I have another feature branch, okay,
right,
and we check out to that, we clone that particular branch, and we made changes and we push to that particular branch itself. So it will be pushed to that branch, right?
definitely it will push. But now at this moment, you only told me that you pull that branch first, right?
I
If you
mean,
don't pull
we
that
can,
branch, you won't be
you know,
able to check out to
actually,
that.
what I can do is suppose initially I was pulling master git. I mean, whatever the git command was there, I pulled master for the first time, and then I can simply check out to that branch also, right? Git checkout and the name of the branch. It will automatically check out to another branch which was already there in the git repository. That particular feature branch should be there. Otherwise, it will
So,
not be created.
so what you are specifically saying here is that there's a repository which have multiple branches with master, and you clone that repository, right? And now you
Yeah,
can check out to another branch which is there,
yeah.
right? And
It
it
is
will do it.
possible.
Of course, it will do it because you cloned all of those branches. When you do clone, you also downloaded all the data of those branches along with master, right?
Exactly.
That's why you will be able to check out. But let's say now another branch is pushed to that repository. Will you be able to check it out to that without pulling the latest branch?
No, it is not possible. We need to again
Right.
that particular master branch or any other branch to clone that particular section, new branch which was there, because I don't
Definitely.
have reference to that branch in my local repo.
Right. So at this moment, we are only working with the local system, right?
Okay,
And this local system, we don't have this first branch. That's why we have this help.
okay.
So now, yeah, we do git check out to this first branch. We saw that there's an error. Now let's create this first branch. How am I gonna do it is git checkout -b. Okay, -b is for creating a new branch. Okay, it says switch to a new branch. I'll do git status. Okay, even after checkout, do git status. Because sometimes what happens is you do git checkout, there's a spelling mistake, and you actually don't check out to another branch. You are in the master branch and then you do your changes and everything, and then you push commit and then see, oh, you are still on the master branch. When you have to create a new branch and work on that, right? So now you do git status. It says on branch, first branch, nothing to commit, login free clean. Great. Now I can work on it. Okay. What I'll do is I'm in branch. The name of the branch is first branch, and I also change the color to green. Okay. I'll again get status. I'll check it. I'll git add index.html. I'll do again git status. It's committed. Git commit -m. I'll say update UI. Okay. Now, if I say git log, so I'm doing it a bit fast because we are running short of things, but I'm also speaking on things. So I think you can just maybe just go through it again, right? So I'll just did git checkout. Then we checked status. We are on first branch. What I did is I git add index.html. It got added. I did git commit. Now after git commit, I see git log. It says commit. Head is on the first branch, and there's another commit which shows master. Okay, don't worry about what this master is. Just see where's the head is. Okay, head is on the first branch. Okay. Master just means that this commit was done in the master branch. Okay, so this commit was done in the master branch. There could be a third branch, so it will have shown here third branch यहाँ पे लिखा था, not the master branch. Okay, so this is how this whole history is saved. Okay, now I'm done with this as well. Okay, now let's do one thing. Let's push everything to GitHub. Okay, मेरे पास ये पहले से एक कोड था, मैंने किया. Okay, before pushing to GitHub, let's see one more thing. If I go to my Git first project, I'll just use it. I'll reload it. It says first branch. Okay. Now let's see one magic. Git branch. Okay. Now you are seeing first branch, master branch. If I say git branch -a, still you will see first branch and master branch. Okay. So at this moment of time, I won't be able to show you कि कैसे branch और branch -a में difference है. But when you start working on some real projects, on open source projects, you will see the difference when you do -a. Okay. Because git branch always does not show everything. So just go try it out, what it shows, what it does not show. That's homework for you guys. Okay. Now I want to check out to a master branch again. Okay. I'll do git checkout master. Simple. Okay. जैसे हम portal से checkout करते हैं to another portal, you do git checkout master. Okay. If I say git status, what I'll say on branch master. If I will see my code, it also says I'm in a branch master, right? So पहले यहाँ पे क्या लिखा था? First branch. Now it says master blue. Nice. Let's reload this. See, it's on master. I do git checkout. First branch. I do enter. Right, the code is changed. I'm in a branch, first branch. It's automatically changed to my another branch. I can see the code. It's on first branch, right? So that's how you work on different branches at the same time. Now, if you want to do things on the first branch, you can carry forward with it, do changes, merge them back into master. Or if you have some master, if you want to do some changes, there is bug. There's any new addition you want to do to master, you can do at the same time. Okay. So I'll just show you that if I git checkout to master, I'll just do a few more changes. So what these changes will be is, let's say just quickly do a few things. Let's give a div and add some style with margin 100 pixels, or I'll say 50 pixel, and then also okay, and then border color cyan, let's say. Okay, and in it I'll just write big tag. I'm in a box. Okay. Now if I go here, I'll just click reload. I'm in a box. It doesn't show border color. I'll just see the border style is solid. And I'll just also provide a min height of, let's say, 100 pixels. Okay. Okay, great. I can see the cyan color. I can see this. I also have a margin of 50 pixel and auto. If I also give a width of, let's say, 100 pixels, what I can see is I'm in a box. That's too small. Okay. I think it's fine now. Okay. We can do much more thing. We can align it to the center, do things. Okay. But let's not do it. Okay. Now, these are the changes. If I go and see with status, I will see I'm on the master branch. There is a modified index, not HTML. Let's also see what's in the log. In the log, it says that there's only one commit that has ever happened. You see कि हमने वहाँ पे change किया था, but that commit is in a different branch. So it does not show in your master branch. It will show it in your first branch. Okay. Now there's also a very fascinating thing to your Git. Okay. Now I have done these changes. Okay. Let's say by mistake, I did all my changes in the master branch. While I wanted to create another branch, my feature branch. Okay. But Git provides you the capability to switch over to a new branch with all your modified code. So what I can do is that I can go git checkout -b. Why -b? Because we still don't have that branch. Okay. I will say new feature. Okay. I created a new branch which is called a new feature. I'll do git checkout new feature. Sorry, I was already a new feature, so there was no need to do git checkout. Correct? क्योंकि यहाँ पे पहले ही उसने बता दिया है switch to a new branch. So that's why it's already said to me already a new feature. Okay, I see git log. Okay, git log में क्या दिख रहा है? There's this commit. The head is on new feature and master. अब यहाँ पे हमें दो branches की name क्यों दिख रहे हैं? क्योंकि we have this first branch जिसपे हमने switch किया है and there's this master branch which was already there. Okay, with this commit. Now let's just git add dot git commit -m. My awesome code commit. I committed. I can just go here. I'll just see the same code because I'm on but I'm on. It says I'm on branch master. Let's fix this. Yeah, let's fix this by saying I'm on branch new feature. Okay, I missed on a few things. Now I'll also say color is blue. Now I work with cyan. I like cyan. I will just go with cyan. Okay, so my box is cyan. My new feature is cyan. Okay. Now still here, I'll see git status. Still, there is a file that's changed, that's not changed, that's untracked. I'll say git log because मैंने already एक commit किया हुआ था अभी. Right now you can see this commit. It says head is on the new feature. It says awesome code. Okay. Let's say this was a bug that I fixed. Okay, this thing was a bug. I will say git status. I will do again git status. Okay, it's not added yet. I'll git added. Now I will git commit and I will say bug fix. Okay, I did this commit. Done. Great. Git status. Done. Clean. Git log. Yeah, this got committed. Great. Now I change to git checkout master. Okay. Now as I change to master, all the code vanished. Even though we coded in master, it all vanished. Why? Because we committed that code in a new branch, not in master branch. So it did not get saved. It was just a feature of your Git where you can just, if you forgot that you are coding in master and you wanted to go to feature, तो आप जा सकते हो feature branch में in case आप भूल जाते हो. Okay, master branch में सब है बढ़िया. Great. So हमने learn कर लिया. अब मैं ऐसे Git branch करता हूँ तो I'll see there are different branches here, right? So we learned how you can create a Git repository. So you already have a working project where you created the Git repository. You have branches, you create branches, you learn how you can work in a different branches on different features at the same time. Okay, now how this helps is I am working on master branch. So this is our brain branch. No one works in it. Okay, everyone creates new branch from it and push everything to the master branch. Okay, so I'm on the master branch. My friend created first branch and I created a new feature branch. And जब हमारा काम खत्म हो जाएगा, we will push everything to the master branch. So we won't say we will push it. What we are going to say it, we will merge. We'll merge new feature to the master branch. Okay, so I'll say git merge new feature to master. Sorry, right? So at this moment, I'll just see I'm on branch master. I will do git merge new feature. Great, I did this, and what happened is I can see the code here. It says new feature. I'm in a box. Okay, in which branch am I at? If I say I'm in branch master. But what I'm going to see here is I'm in branch new feature. I'm in a box. And why do you see it? Because हमने new feature को merge कर दिया है. We merged it into our master branch. Okay, so I was already on master branch. तो मुझे आगे कुछ नहीं लिखना है. I just write git merge branch का नाम which I wanted to merge in my master. Okay, great. Understood at this point how you can create branches, how you can merge code from different branches to your master branch. Yes, no, thumbs up. It all helps, right?
Hello, Hitesh. Merge तो kind of इस टाइप से होना कि means overwrite कर रहे हैं the existing code को.
Rahul, your voice is not quite audible to me.
I'm saying कि merge तो kind of इस टाइप से कर रहे हैं कि हम overwrite कर रहे हैं the existing code को over the master branch.
That's right. That's right. So what it overrides everything. That's definitely what it does, right? But it's the very basic feature and the most used feature that people use, right? And at this stage of point, if you know better ways to merge things, you go ahead with that. But there are people who are still new to these things. I think that's the best way that they can use. Right? They can at least start with Git, get acquainted with it, and then at later stage they can just go into see how they can merge differently by replacing and all.
Suppose somebody is new to Git right now, and we executed some commands in suppose window. We downloaded a executable file of GitHub and we simply ran it to have GitHub in my local. That's fine, but we need to have a GitHub repo as I mean, we should be registered to GitHub as well, right? In order to push the changes. Otherwise, git push nothing will work, right?
Yeah, we did not did Git push and pull at this moment, right? We will do it.
I was saying that suppose we want to push something to the GitHub repo. For that case, we should have been registered to GitHub, right?
Definitely, we will do it. I'm saying we will do it.
I completely understand, but I mean, whatever operation we have done so far, in whatever operation you have taught us, so those operation is only possible until unless we have a GitHub repo, right? Until GitHub, I mean, we share GitHub registration, right? Until unless we do have a GitHub registration, we cannot perform this operation, right?
So, yeah, pull and push cannot happen without a GitHub repository.
Exactly.
That's true, right? Until this point,
that is pending to be taught yet, right?
Yes. We are just coming to that, right? We will close that as soon as possible. But I also want that everyone understands things. So, great. So now all of this is done. We are good. We created branch. We also learned how you can merge branch. But okay. But now this first branch and new branch are also created by myself. My friend did not create it, right? Now, and as Rahul mentioned, what we are going to do next is we are going to create a GitHub repository because to actually do things in a collaborative way, you need a GitHub repo. Okay. So I'll just go to my repositories. I already have my GitHub. Great. I'll just click on new. So just go to github.com, register yourself. Okay. Select your username, just like I have Hitesh-CK. Okay. CK means CodeKerdos, and I made it specifically for CodeKerdos. I will click on new. So through this, you can create a new repository. Okay. So maybe let's do it once more. I will just go to github.com. You will see things like this. I will click on my icon on the right. Here you will see your profile, your repositories and things. We will go to my repositories. Okay. I'll click on new. I will name it just like I name it my first project. I will also name it my first project just to have consistency. Okay. It says my first project is available, right? I think if I write my Git app, okay, or it was, I think, first Git app. Yeah. So the name was first Git app. Okay. So it says the repository first Git app already exists on this account. So you can't create it. Okay. So all your repositories are unique. Okay. So this is my first project. You can write whatever description you want. Let's say my first Git app for testing. You can say it as a public or a private. If you keep it public, everyone can see it. Everyone can make changes. That's subjective if you can make changes or not, but everyone can see it. You can clone it. If you don't want anyone to see it, go and choose private. Okay. And then what you need is you will need to invite your friends. Okay. And that you can just do through GitHub UI. GitHub पे जाओ, repository पे click करो. If it's private, there will be an option जहाँ पे आप you can invite your friends to work on that repository, and whoever is invited will be able to see it. So now I'll make it public. It says initialize this repository with Git with add a readme. At this moment, I won't do it. Okay, because मेरे पास एक already एक project है. I don't want to do it. मैं इसको सिर्फ push करना चाहता हूँ. In case you are creating a new project, at this moment, after this day, you are creating a new project, always go to GitHub and create a new repository there. Okay, and afterwards, clone it and work on it. And then work in that repository on your project. Okay, that will be very easy to do. You won't have to do this Git init and everything. And it will be much more streamlined. Okay, so I just do it public, leave it. I'll just say create repository. My repository is created. Okay. Now it says that what I can do is I can create a new repository on the command line. These are the steps. Okay. Or after cloning. This means after cloning, I can these are, you can initially create a new repository here. Okay. And this, you can push an existing repository from the command line. Okay. What push an existing repository is what we have done right now. So हमने अभी अपने यहाँ पे local में एक repository बनाई थी. We want to push it. So we will choose this one. What I'm going to do is I'm going to just take this, copy it whole from here, copy and paste it. I have added the origin to this. So what I did is कि मैंने अपने रिमोट पे गिट का जो रिमोट है, ठीक है, ये रिमोट है, just like television remote, this is a remote which is attached with GitHub. Okay, so if I do git remote, remote में on I added an origin. What is this origin? This origin is this GitHub link, my GitHub link. Okay, and what I'll do is I won't do these commands. What I'll do instead is, let me just show you. Sorry, git push. Origin, let's say I do git push origin master. Okay, permission to this failed. Then I do save. Okay.
Do we need to add a git commit -m as well? Commit message? I have no idea.
No. This is I have a different user here. So I need to check it. Just give me a minute. So what I'm doing is git config user.email sharma@codekerdos.in. Okay, username will be Hitesh. Now let's try it again. Still picking up my other email. Still keep it. So, let me try hyphen local. I'll just go to here. Okay. So at this moment of time, due to some permission issue, I'm not able to do it. But through this command, what you are doing is you are basically pushing everything from your local repository to your GitHub repository. Okay. Now, after it is pushed to a GitHub repository, what I can see here is just like this. You will see the repository, just like it have a master branch, it will have index.html, right? You will see feature different branches here as well. Okay, so this is what you are going to see here. Okay, I'll just try Sharma Hitesh CK email is also changed. And I'm not sure what happened here. I just tried it yesterday. Things are going fine, but I think there is no issue. So
I think that you have done the git at with some other user, and you're trying to push it with some other user, right?
that could be right. So my author here is different because I did not initially change it. But let me show you another repository which is just like this. Okay. So let's say how you're going to clone it. You're going to clone it like you have HTTP, SSH, and GitHub CLI, right? So we are going to do it with HTTPS. SSH, you guys can explore. Sorry, I just clicked on the wrong thing. Yeah. For SSH, I will show you how you can use it. But at this moment, we will just do git HTTPS. Okay. So let's say this is a repository that you've created, and you have, okay, and this is a new computer. So okay, this is your own project, and I'm going to clone it. Okay, I'm going to work on it for the very first time. Okay. So this is my PC, let's say. Okay. I'll just close it for now. And let's say this is your repository, you have created push everything. How am I going to work it? I'll just copy it. I'll just say git clone. Okay. So I'm going to clone this repository into my local. I pasted this link and I say enter. Okay. Now you will see my first app is created. Okay. I will just open things in my VS Code. Okay. And my first, I can see there's an index.html. Okay. So this is a similar one which I have created before with you. Okay. So it's a similar one. I'll just say git status. Okay. So I'm not inside it. Okay. So what I'll do is I'll do cd change directory to the first git app. Okay. I'll say git status. Okay. Git log. Right. There's this git log I have. Okay. These are all the changes that we have done. That's already been done here. Okay. I'll just copy path. I'll just go here. I'll run this and I can see this. Okay. If I say git branch, I can only see one branch here. If I say -a, now what I am able to see is I am able to see different branches. Okay. because I have not used or check out to any of the branches, they are not showing me directly in the Git branch. But अगर मैं किसी भी branch पे switch कर जाऊंगा, then I will be seeing it inside the Git branch. Okay, so Git, I will do Git checkout. Let's say feature. Okay. Something. Okay, switch to a new branch, which is feature. Okay, this is the feature branch. If I go to feature 2, it's a different branch. It says feature 2. Okay, so that means I have cloned it and I have created these branches. Okay, now whatever changes that will be done to this branch, let's say I'll just do it. Okay, what I will do is it is going to be a little tricky because I'm going to do it in the same system. Okay, but I'll just show you guys. Okay, and PC, open it. I'll just cd to the friend PC. I'll just read it again. Okay, right, and I'll do. Great. Okay, now on my first half, I will just open this. In the second half, where did it went? I'll open this. Okay. So this right one, it is my own branch. Okay, on the left one, it is my friends. Okay, they both share the same code. Okay, git checkout master. Okay, I'll go to the master. I'll cd git status. Okay, git log, and I'll say git log. Okay, now you see they both have the same changes, same commit ID here, correct? So these are the same changes. Okay, so let's say this is my system. I'm going to do some changes here. Okay, मैं क्या करूँगा? I'll just create a git branch hyphen sorry, git checkout hyphen b, let's say feature 3. Okay, I created feature 3 thing here. I go to this part. I'll say feature 3. Let's just change it simply. Okay, git status, git add dot, and then git commit -m feature 3 branch. Oh, I did not read this -m. Okay, feature 3 branch. I can just say git push origin feature 3. So let's just go to GitHub and just see that here. Sorry for the screen, guys. Clicking it again. So on this branch, you can just see that I have just reloaded this page. And what I have visible is master, feature, and feature 2. Right? What I'm going to do is I'm going to push this feature 3 branch. And still hide. I think something is messed up in my system. But what will happen here is if I will push this branch, feature 3 branch here on GitHub, I will be able to see it. Okay, after just using this push command. Okay, git push. What I will see is I will see things in my GitHub here. Okay, I will see a new branch which is called feature 3. But if I will try what do is it will fail. Okay, it will not change to that new feature because this is my friend machine. what he needs to do is, उसको उसने क्लोन तो कर लिया है, now he needs to pull that feature, pull everything that has been updated on the repositories. So वो हम कैसे करेंगे? Git pull origin. Okay, I'll say git pull origin. It will pull everything. कहाँ से लेके आएगा वो? Origin से लेके आएगा. Okay, if you would remember, हमने जब repository के अंदर add किया था, how we did it is, we did git remote add origin and then the repository URL. Okay, so git remote add origin, है ना? तो हमने remote में किसको add किया था? Origin को. So origin is that name which refers to your GitHub repository. Okay, this is a remote repository. So git remote is a command which refers to your origin. What's the origin? Origin is your GitHub repository. Okay. Great. I think that's it. Let me show you just one last thing. I think everything is clear until now. After this, we will have some FAQ, some questions, and then I have something for you guys at the end. Okay, if you have any questions, just write them down. I'll be taking a look to them. Okay. Okay, so जो हमने last time जिस पे code कर रहे थे, we have just jumped back to that code base. Okay, we will see things here. Okay, what I want to show is let's get out, check out to first branch. Okay, the first branch does not have this code and all. Okay, okay, so first branch does not have that code which master has. Okay, so हमने क्या किया था? We created first branch previously. फिर हमने एक न्यू फीचर की ब्रांच बनाई थी which we merged into the master branch. Okay, so master and new feature का हमारे पास जो code base है that same. If you will see here, head is on the master and the new feature. Okay, how we did that is git merge new feature, right? That's how we did it. Now let's say I want to merge it with first branch. Let's do it. Okay, what happened here? Okay, this is what we call as conflicts. Okay, what it is doing is auto merging. So what Git is doing is वो अपने आप पता लगा रहा है कि क्या क्या changes हुए हैं and वो उनको override करने की कोशिश कर रहा है from your first branch. So master branch पे हमारा एक certain code है, ये first branch का code है. What it's trying to do is कि जो भी इस पे changes है इससे related, वो सारे जितने भी ये नए चेंजेस है वो इसके ऊपर ओवरराइड कर रहे हैं. सो अगर सेम लाइन लिखी हो उसको चेंज कर देगा टोटली. बट इन आवर केस व्हाट हैपेंड इज कि हमने पहले ही कोई दूसरी ब्रांच मास्टर के अंदर मर्ज कर दी थी, सो उसका कोड चेंज हो गया, राइट? हमने न्यू फीचर ब्रांच मर्ज कर दी थी, इस वजह से नाउ वी आर गेटिंग अ कॉन्फ्लिक्ट कि द लाइंस आर टोटली चेंज्ड, द मर्जेस जो कमिट्स हुए हैं दे आर चेंज्ड. सो इट्स कंफ्यूज्ड कि क्या करना क्या है, which one do you want? Okay, so automatic merge failed, fix conflicts and then commit the result. Okay. So what we do here is I'm in a branch, new feature, I'm in a box. So यहाँ पे हमें दिख रहा है accept current change, accept incoming change, accept both changes, compare changes. So you can just play around with it. What I'll do is कि मुझे first branch का code चाहिए. Let's say first branch का चाहिए. I'll just say accept incoming change. Okay, I can also make my own changes like this कि मैं यहाँ से इसको हटा देता हूँ, मैं इसको भी remove कर देता हूँ, and मैं इसको भी remove कर देता हूँ. मैं क्या करता हूँ, फर्स्ट ब्रांच मैंने यहाँ पे किया, मुझे सिर्फ ये चेंज करना था. This is how I do it, but it's a very, very bad way. This is a bad way to do things. Okay. So this is not
Right now
how
it is. I mean, right now it is small, but later it could be very big, so we cannot manually do it, right?
That's right. So even though you can do it, because sometimes the merges are not that big, but what's the right approach? What's the right approach is, I will write down git merge abort. Okay, because I did it wrongly. This is now not how you merge things. Okay, so I aborted it, right? So अब इसके जितने भी changes वगैरह थे, they are gone. What happened here is, don't save. I will open it again. Okay. So we are not saving any of this. If we check git status, it's clean. There's nothing in it. If I say git log, कुछ भी commit नहीं हुआ है. The head is still on the same commit on the master and the new feature. Okay. So how do we actually do it? How do we do it in companies? Okay. In real scenarios, you're going to go to your first branch. Okay. Now because our first branch different है, and this is a branch which we have cut from the master branch. So I will git merge master. Okay. So जो भी code master पे होगा, always before you are merging your branch to the master, always do git merge master in your branch. Okay. Now again a conflict arised, right? But because why did the conflict arise? Because master has some new code bases which you don't have, because those features you were not working on those features, and that's why this conflict arised. Okay. But मुझे तो ये रखना है, मैं चाहता हूँ कि मैं first branch को रखूंगा. I will still name it because this is a first branch. I do want to name it like that. But let's say there could be some other changes, but just for the show, I'm just showing you. I will say accept incoming changes. Now all this is done. Okay, I will save it here. Okay, I'll save it. It's done. I will show git status. I'll just do simply git add, git commit. If I write git commit, it will automatically, because now you have merged things, it will automatically show you your commit message. I don't have to write it. It will write it automatically. Otherwise, you can overwrite it by simply writing git commit -m, just like how we used to do. Okay. So this is merge branch master into first branch. We won't do anything. We will just let it be. Okay. I'll show git log. It says merge branch master into first branch. This is our head. Okay. Great. Now that it is all done, we will now check out to the master branch, and now we will merge new feature. Sorry, not the new feature. It was the first branch. Okay. Now if I did I first branch, it will say, you will see किसने update किया है. 2 changes हुए हैं, एक addition हुआ है, एक subtraction हुआ है. Okay, एक line change हुई है. Okay, so one file change, one insertion, one deletion. What was changed? That was the first branch. Okay, if you could see it lightly on the right side, you can see 1 minute ago merge branch master into first branch. This is what was done. Okay, VS Code has the ability, you can see everything. 48 minutes ago, my first commit. 32 minutes ago, awesome code. Hitesh Sharma, 48 minutes ago, my first commit message. Right? So this is the history. This is how you can see all your history in VS Code as well, directly in files. Okay. Great. I think this is all good. Next, let's do one more thing. Last thing. I'll show you a very important thing, because whatever we have done till now is we have cloned using HTTPS, right? What happens in HTTPS is you will, all the time you will have to use your username and password to push your commits to the repository because of security reasons. Okay. So because of security reasons, you will use your username and password. So username, mostly what Git does is it saves in its local file. So it will ask for your password. There are also other ways you can add your password directly into the Git configuration file. Okay, by manually entering it, and it won't ask you for the password. But that's a security risk because now you have your password in the file. It's someone can open it and see it. Okay, so there's a very, very secure another way which you can do it. Okay, that's called a SSH. Okay, so you can just see here it says, okay, I'll just copy it for now, but it won't do anything at the moment. I'll just show you quickly how you can do it. Just follow these things. Okay, go to your profile, go to settings. Okay, in your settings you will see SSH and GPG keys. Go to SSH key. I already have one key here. I'll just delete it for now. Okay, I understand. Okay, now under this SSH keys, I will add a new SSH key. But at this moment, I don't know मैं कैसे add करूँ. Okay, so I'll just go back. I'll just use our guide to connecting to GitHub using SSH keys. Okay, I will go here. It will tell you about SSH, what it is. Okay, how you can check, how you can generate a new SSH key. So I will generate a new SSH key. Okay, you have Mac, Windows, Linux. Okay, I'm on Linux, so I will use this. Okay, I'll scroll down, generating a new SSH key. You guys should read definitely through all those things. Okay, it says paste the copy below. If you're using a legacy system that doesn't support this, use this command. Okay, I'll just use this. I'll copy it. I'll go someplace here. I'll paste it. Okay, so in Linux mein SSH keygen is this. This is a package which is already available. Okay, if it's not available, you can just install it using your apt package manager. You can just write sudo apt-get install SSH keygen. Okay. So here I will write my email. Is sharma@codekerdos.in. Great. It says enter file in which you want to save. Okay. So in real life, what we do is we create multiple different SSH keys to connect with different systems. Okay, मैं GitHub के लिए मैंने create कर रखी है, एक मैंने GitLab के लिए create कर रखी है, एक मैंने अपने दूसरे system के लिए create कर रखी है, right? So there are certain SSH keys. So I want to remember कि कौन सी SSH मैंने add करी है. Okay, so मैं यहाँ पे लिख देता हूँ GitHub CodeKerdos. Okay, this is the name of my file. Too easily. Okay, this is a fast phrase. You can write any passphrase. This is just like a secret or your password, so that you can open your private SSH keys. Okay? Not someone else. I'm just pressing enter. If you don't want to enter anything, just press enter. Okay, I'm just doing enter 2 times. It's created. I'll do ls. I can see there are 2 keys created: GitHub Kerdos.pub. Okay, so this .pub is the public key. This is my private key. Okay, save this. Don't let anybody see this. This is the one which we are going to use. Okay, I am going to write cat github.pub. Okay, in Linux, what cat does it prints the content of a file. Okay, so no need to remember it. If you're using Windows, just open this file and just copy the content from it. Okay, I'll go to my browser. Now I've created a closed it in my SSH keys. So I clicked on this. I go to settings, on settings, SSH keys. Now I add a new SSH key. My title is let's say CodeKerdos key, and this is my authentication key. You have a signing key. So for now, just choose authentication. I'll paste it here. Okay. Yeah, it also shows you few things. You can just read it, paste it. Okay, I'll do add SSH key. Okay, now this you have successfully added the key. Now, what benefit does this key have? What I can do is I can just go to my where is it? I think from Here, this was my first GitHub project, right? I can go to code. Instead of selecting HTTPS, I can just go to SSH. I can select this. I can copy this. I can come here. Okay, I'll just add a new folder. A new folder here. It's a demo for now. I'll open in terminal and I will say git clone. Okay. I'm cloning through SSH key. Okay. And SSH keys are the standard in the industry. In our company, we are a startup. In Microsoft, everyone uses SSH keys. Okay. Don't use HTTPS. Initially, you can use it to see how it works, but jump to SSH keys, okay? Because that's the thing. And it's all very simple. Setting up SSH is simple. I just showed you. If you don't know the command, how you can just go and check which command to use, how you can create that. Okay. And I will also recommend that you go and read about SSH keys and how you can securely place them in your system. Great. I think this covers all a Git session. Okay. You guys can just go and write down your questions. Okay, I will be looking them in a minute. Before that, I'll just talk to you about one more thing. So this has been personally asked to me. So there are some people who are working in system design, DSS, some are with full stack development, right? So how you are going to work on your assignments in CodeKerdos, okay? So you all see that you have, there are some people who have already worked on assignments, and what they need to do is they need to put out their code and changes in a zip file, right? But now you are not going to use your zips, create zips anymore. What you are going to use is you're going to use GitHub links, okay? And GitHub क्यों जरूरी है? First, I will talk about it. Okay? GitHub is important because it shows your profile, how actively you are doing coding. Okay? It's just like how you add projects to your resume. Your GitHub can actually become your own resume without adding anything in your resume specifically. You can just write down your GitHub link in your resume. The recruitment person can just go click on that and see your contributions to GitHub. If you have some open source contributions, they can see them. If they have your own projects, they can see them, right? And this plays a very helpful role when you are going for placements. Through college or through individually, you are going with the placements, with the job searches, it will help you out there. Okay? Because it shows that you have been working, how long you have been working with code, playing with code. And because everyone out there is using GitHub, Git, it shows that you know Git and you know how you can collaborate with other people. So it have a lot of advantages. So I see that you start working on these things. Okay, so on a daily, not on a daily basis, but on every twice or thrice day, if you have your own projects, make commits to GitHub. Okay, every second or a third day. Okay, there are going to be some days where you're going to go like एक दिन में 10 commits कर दिए. That's fine, right? But go and create a GitHub profile. Okay, it will help you out really. Okay. Now, for full stack developers who are learning full stack in CodeKerdos, for your assignments, what you're going to do is you're going to create one project just like this. Okay, this is my master branch. Let's not do anything in a master branch. If you have anything that you want to say to your TAs, any particular thing about your assignment or other questions, you can just create a README file here. Okay. Initially, when we created one repository, you see it says that there is a README file. Okay, this is a README file. Okay, you can just write anything here. Read about what's README. It's basically a introduction to your repository, to your project. Okay, what developers use it for is using it for an initial documentation on how you can use their libraries which are on GitHub. Okay, but for your assignments, just write down anything you want to communicate with your TA or with the admins of CodeKerdos. Okay. Next, what you're going to do is you're going to create new branches. B. Okay. You can write down it as solution 1. Okay. You can just write down solution 1, solution 2, solution 3. Always go to your master branch and create these branches. There are going to be some questions which are going to be interdependent. So let's say I go to a question 2, I write down solution 2, I check out to this branch. Or maybe let's not do it solution 2. Okay, let's do it question 2. Okay, because you are going to see questions. So write down your branch's name is questions. Okay, -b question 2. Okay, so make it a standard. Either you use question or either you use solution. Okay, so it is very, very clear. Don't use any other names if you have for your assignments. Okay, I do git checkout -b. If let's say मेरा question 3rd है, which is ongoing question to question 1, question 2. So what I will do is I'm on question 2 branch. Okay. Now I will create another branch from question 2 itself. I will create question 3 branch from question 2. I did not create it from master. I created it from question 2. Why? Because my question 3 is a dependent question on question 2. So मेरा question 2 में था कि मुझे यही करना है. Question 3 says that from the output of this solution of your question 2, you do these certain things. So that now you don't have to override everything, write code again and again. You can just go and write down checkout B -b question 3 from your question 2 branch itself, not from the master branch. Okay. Now you're going to do this. You're going to push everything. You're going to push to your origin. Origin is a link to your GitHub repository. You're going to push your question 3. So now once everything is pushed onto your GitHub, what you're going to do is you will just come here. Okay. Come here. HTTPS link. Just copy it. Okay. Copy it and submit it. No more zip files. No more zip files. Just go here to your code, copy it, submit it. Okay. So this is doing 2 things. You're also submitting your code. You are now playing with Git. Okay. As much as you play with it and as much as you get accustomed with the normal commands, आपको normal commands चलानी आ गई. Now go and do what you're going to do is Git help. There are a lot more things. There are rebase, reset, switch, tag, fetch. Right? Once you learn these basic commands, which are like 80% or 90% of the time used, just go and try out these new things. Okay. Now for the folks who are in DSA, you are going to have some problem assessments similar to what the full stack courses would have. So in a similar way, you are going to do the same thing. You are also going to create new branches, just like this. Okay. They're going to be question 1, question 2, question 3. Check out question 1. Use question 1 or solution 1. Okay. But just use these standard words only. Question or solution, -1, -2, -3, whatever it is. Okay. So great. I think how was the session, everyone? Did you like it? Were you able to understand it? If still not, I will provide you a guide. Just go and play with these commands. Nice. Right. If you guys understand it, or so let's say there are 3 things. You understand it on a level 10. There are 10 levels. Okay. So out of 10, whatever we have done here, just write down in the comments how much you have learned. Okay. This will if you were not able to learn too much, you just learn a few commands, understand it, rate it as 3. If you understand the commands itself, rate yourself 9, because the next thing is you just need to learn them. You don't even need to learn them. वो अपने आप store हो जाएंगे in the mind. Okay. So just rate yourself in the comment box. Don't be shy. There are a lot of things I'm still learning. I'm still at level 1 out of 10 on those things. Everyone is learning. So don't be shy and put things out in the comment. Okay. So why I'm saying is this is it is going to help out your the team of CodeKerdos to evaluate and help you further on these things. Okay, they can help you curate better sessions on these things. Okay, I am not seeing anything here. So any questions, anybody, any so far? But I really encourage you put out things, right? Okay, so I'll just switch over to my last thing, which I wanted to do with you guys. And that is, I think I just close my file. I'll just show you a few more things. So I have a question. I'll want to play a few things with you guys. Okay. So I'll just stop presenting at the moment. Okay. 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 Great. Okay, I have a few questions. Okay. At this moment, nobody said yes, no, your scores. Okay. It's fine. Okay, but now this is specifically for you guys only. I have put out some extra time to create this. Okay, so this is just a play thing we are going to do. We are going to go through some questions. You can just write the answers in the chat box. Okay, nobody will be scored. Nothing. It's just a game. Okay, there's this question mark. So what's the primary purpose of Git? Okay. And here are your options. Each you have is 10 seconds. If you can answer these questions, the one with the most answered questions probably will have something at the end. Okay, Chiranjeevi did provide the answer. One, Hitesh. Sanjay Sahu wrote the answer itself. Great, great, great. So let's see what's the answer is. The answer is B, version control, and everyone in the chat section is right. Great, guys. Great. So these are the ones who are leading at this particular pace. And if you are going to answer this, just try to answer these, okay? At first, initially in my college days, I was also hesitant, not going to, even though I know, even though I have a hunch that this might be the answer, I don't do it, okay? But that just held me back. Ultimately, to go over it, I have to do answer. I have to provide wrong answers in my own company. I am a core member there. I make decisions there. But still, at the initial level, I was making mistakes. Sometimes I deleted the code. I do a lot of foolish things. But that's how successful people are made. Okay? So you need to do foolish things first to be to go out all out. Okay, so what does Git init do? Here's your choices. Oh, I just have an answer from a very, very, very quick answer from Sanjay. Great. Great. Yeah, so what it does is it's create a new Git repository, right? That's what we did. That's the first command of Git that we used. Okay, but in your cases, don't do it. I won't suggest it using Git init. If you already have initial projects, use Git init, and just get done with it. Always go to GitHub, create a new repository, and clone it and use it. Okay, it will make things much easier. Not much difference, but it will be much easier. Right. Question third, what does Git status show? And here are your options. I have some answer from Chiranjeevi. He has answered it. D. Probably could be. Okay, no more answers. Okay, let's see it. Correct. It's D. State of the working directory and staging area. Okay, what was the staging area? जो हम git add वगैरह करते हैं. The files which you have changed. Okay, how you can show previous commits? Git log, right? View all files. It's just simply in Linux it's ls. In Mac and in Windows it will be different. Question 4. Which command is used to upload your local commits to GitHub? And here are your options. No answers. Sanjay, Chiranjeevi, Hitesh. And just go down with anything. If whatever you think it could be, you could be wrong. But once you are wrong, you definitely would remember that you were wrong at that time, and then you will be able to choose the correct answers. Right? But you have to make some decision to even be correct at some point of time. So the answer is git push. Okay, it's not git commit. So if you just read the question properly, which command is used to upload your local commits to GitHub? So you have already committed. So you need to upload them. Where you need to upload them to your repository. So git push is the right command. It's not git commit. Okay, git commit is used to create new commits, not upload your local commits. So this is the final question. Okay. So why are branches useful in Git? This guide answer is I'll just have a call. It's gonna be important one. Great. So the answer is people have said C. Let's see. Let's see. So it's C. So everyone can see that it's C, right? To experiment and develop features without affecting the main code. That's why we are using branches, right? We don't want to hide the code from teammates. Anyone who has the access to the repository can see it, right? We want to develop features. We want to experiment with them. That's why we have new branches. That does not affect the main code, right? So I have some links. I'll share them with you all here. I think I can't copy it, but at later point I'll copy it. So that's all for the session, guys. That's all. A big round of applause for every one of you who have been here till the end.
Yeah. So guys, thanks Hitesh for this, and everyone. So I will share the recording as well in the group, okay? And if you have any doubt and any questions, like in terms of like recording a part, anything you want to understand, just let us know. And let me know. I will help you with that, okay? Rest, like we will have more interactive sessions coming. So thanks Hitesh once again, guys. Thank you so much for joining, and thanks for your time, guys.
Thank you, Shubham. Thanks to all the CodeKerdos team to have me here. That was an amazing session. Thank you, everyone. Thank you. Good night. Have a nice rest. And best of luck for your next day and for all the bright days that you are going to have. Great. Thank you, everyone. Bye-bye. Good night.